Mark Carney's so-called strategic partnership with the Beijing dictatorship includes an agreement on law enforcement between the RCMP and Beijing's Ministry of Public Safety. This agreement has set off alarm bells, particularly amongst diaspora communities, given that the Beijing regime does not respect the rule of law, uses law enforcement as a tool of the state to advance the interests of the Chinese Communist Party, and has an atrocious human rights record, and is the most active perpetrator of foreign interference in Canada. Indeed, this law enforcement cooperation agreement is with the very Beijing ministry that has been responsible for operating illegal police stations on Canadian soil. So given these very serious concerns, why has the Carney government kept this law enforcement agreement secret?
I have no specific insights on the matter.
Well, you are the National Counter Foreign Interference Coordinator. So this is a big enough issue that it clearly falls in broad terms within your purview, within your areas of responsibility. And I would note that 10 Hong Kong diaspora organizations have sent an open letter to Mark Carney expressing deep fear and anxiety about this agreement. In essence, they are concerned that Beijing will use this agreement to target political opponents of the regime in Canada under the guise of law enforcement. So what assurances are there, what safeguards are in place to ensure that that won't happen, to ensure that the sharing of information on Canadian citizens and PRs will not be passed on to the Beijing dictatorship?
Canada's position on transnational repression and the protection of people in Canada, national security has not changed at all. And we will continue to defend the rights of Canadians to express their views and opinions and to be protected against repression.
I asked you what measures and safeguards are in place under the agreement.
I'm not in a position to discuss the agreement.
Are there any measures or safeguards in place to ensure that the agreement does not in any way help facilitate the Beijing regime in their well-documented and extensive transnational repression activities in Canada?
I'm not in a position to comment on the agreement itself.